Good morning. Good morning, ladies. Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day. I can't even talk. Happy September 1st. There's too many happy this, happy that, happy that. No such thing, right? No such thing. So, all right, y'all, it is Monday. I know it's a holiday. Some of you guys are off. If you are not working today, you're off work, do me a huge favor and just put the word off in the comments. I'd love to see who is actually off work today. Who is working? Some of you guys are like, just because it's a holiday, I don't get off work. That might be you. So if you are working, put working in the comments. I'd love to see who's actually here or working and still showing up. But as you guys know, same time, same place every Monday, unless something changes. I'm always going to be live on Mondays, but you always are okay getting the replay, okay? Catching the replay. Give yourself permission, give yourself grace. We're going to talk about grace and grit today. That's the topic of conversation. I think it's very important for us to understand what the difference of them is, what the difference between grace and grit is, but also more importantly, when you need each one. When do you need grace? Because some of you guys struggle big time giving yourself grace in the moments that you need grace in your life, in your journey of this health, right? Some of you guys walking through some really hard stuff that you cannot control, yet you're still beating yourself up for not being able to do all the things that you want to do. And then some of us, okay, some of us give ourselves too much grace that turns into excuses instead. And we may not realize it until hopefully today you will. And what is grace? I want to write out the actual definition. So I was pulling it up for you guys. So if you're live, say live. If you're on replay, put replay, so I know that's who's here. And I want to actually read out the description, the definition of the two first, and then I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get right into topic, you guys, so I can keep it short and sweet, so y'all can hop off. My husband came in from a 48-hour shift this morning and slept like 2 hours with all the calls that they had. So I was in bed, but I got the kiddos in the other room because there's no school today. All right, let's talk about it, you guys. What is grit? What is grit, right? Like when I say the word grit, I would love for you to drop in the comments, what do you think? What is your own personal definition of grit? To me, it's like I'm putting my big girl panties on whenever I don't freaking want to. I'm showing up when I don't want to. I'm pushing through hard stuff and I'm doing the things that I don't freaking want to do, even though because I know that I need to, right? And so here is a technical definition so you guys can see. Grit is discipline. Grit is perseverance. Grit is follow through even when it's hard or uncomfortable. Grit is showing up on the days that you don't feel like you want, like working out. Grit is showing up on the days, tracking your food when you're just like, I just don't wanna, right? We all have those days, y'all. We're human. It's gonna happen. Grit is showing up when motivation is gone. Y'all, motivation is very temporary. Motivation is something that we have to work incredibly hard on. This is why mindset is important. It is crucial. It's a make or break, in my personal opinion, of your health journey. Are you gonna be able to follow through and keep going? Motivation comes and goes. We can be motivated as all get out when we wake up, and then a few hours later, like we got nothing left. There is no motivation. We have to stir it up. We have to find it, right? But that's not always easy. Grit is choosing the long-term goal over the short-term comfort. We talk about this all the time in every message I probably put out in the entire world, not just in this coaching community. It takes grit to take the long road. It takes grit to go down the road that's very incredibly lonely, which is the long-term road, the road that's going to lead you to a long-term results. Success, a lifestyle change, not just a diet, right? We don't do diets here. We're making lifestyle changes. We're creating habits. If you guys didn't see it, we're promoting a free challenge this week in our free group, which it can be done in this group. That group doesn't matter. You guys are coaching with us. You get access to everything we do. And the free challenge is literally just posting your gratitude daily, getting a walk in, and eating your fruits and veggies. That's all the challenge is. It complements what you guys are already doing in your coaching. So if you want to partake in it and you love that extra accountability, please partake in it. Whether you sign up on the form or not, you guys are coaching clients. You don't have to sign up on the form. I love getting the forms because there's a lot of different information I can get from you guys. But anyway, here's an example. Grit is about getting a quick workout in even when you're freaking tired, because you promised yourself that you were going to show up and be consistent. Okay. You can promise me all day long. It's the promise that you say and give to yourself that you actually keep it and follow through is where the grit comes in. And that's what matters more than a promise you give me. You promise yourself you're going to work out today, then I want you to promise, and I want you to deliver, and I want you to find your grit, and I want you to get your workout in, and I want you to come into this group, and I want you to post it when you get your workout in so that we know that you did it. I know it's a holiday. I know it's a Labor Day. A lot of y'all are off work, which means what we should, right, have a little bit more time today where we can actually fit the workout in that we keep saying that we maybe are not doing because for some reason we can't find our motivation, or we can't find a pocket in our day. I guarantee you guys, if you're someone who gets stuck in scrolling on social media, it's the number one place that you can put aside and stop scrolling and get a 15-minute workout in, get a 20-minute workout in, get a 30-minute walk in, go for a walk. Any of those things. I promise we all have some sort of time, even if it's a shorter workout, even if you can't do it all, it matters. Okay. So grit is all those things that I just talked about, right? Grace. How many of y'all struggle giving yourself grace? Put the word grace in the comments. Grace is also necessary, but sometimes we give ourselves grace when we need to find grit instead. But grace is super important for you to understand. What, baby? Oh, sorry, my son's coming in here.
You guys see what happened.
Oh, he's got to show me. No school today, so kid interruptions. Please tell me that's not empty. Okay, leave that alone. No more. Save that one for Daddy. Good job, buddy. Get you a juice. I bribed him this morning with some breakfast. All right, so grace is compassion. Grace is compassion for yourself. Yes, we are really good women. Y'all, we are really good at giving everybody else grace. Letting them off the hook or whatever the case may be. We lack the ability to give ourselves grace a lot of times. And some of you have gotten really good at it. I've gotten so much better than I used to be, but I still have moments where I'm like, God, I just need to give myself some freaking grace. I did do this, and this, and that. So what that I didn't get that and that accomplished? I got all this done and I'm freaking fantastic. You need to get good at doing that for yourself. Grace is compassion. Grace is having patience with yourself. Grace is being kind to yourself. Y'all, we're usually really good. If you agree, put agree in the comments. We're usually really good at all these things for other people, but it's us that we aren't good at it. We don't give ourselves enough grace, compassion. We're not patient with ourselves. We're not patient with ourselves in this weight loss journey, right? It's kindness towards yourself when life or your body really, really needs it most. It's allowing yourself to rest, being flexible with your journey, with your schedule, with your routines, with your things. Don't give up just whenever, oh my gosh, today just totally got derailed and I couldn't do it exactly how I laid it out. So don't give up. Give yourself grace and be flexible. That's what grace is about. Grace is forgiveness. Some of you are still holding on to the past when you fell off and gained the weight back. Maybe you did a certain extreme way of losing weight and you gained it all back and you're still beating yourself up. Who cares? You're here, which means you accepted the fact that you need to keep going on this journey and not give up. So stop beating yourself up for the past. We cannot go backwards and fix it. So you have to forgive and let go. You guys, forgiveness, I think a lot of times we're thinking about the forgiveness for everybody else in the world. No, it's forgiveness with yourself. There's something that you might be holding on to that you haven't forgiven yourself for. So what if you fell off the bandwagon? So what if you had a donut? I got my kids donuts this morning. I didn't eat one because the last time I ate a donut just made me feel so ill and sick. Like I got no desire to feel that way today. It's not even appealing to me. It used to be. I used to love the hell out of some glazed donuts. It's not worth it to me. But if I was to have eaten one, I'd probably be beating myself up a little bit because I know my scale's already up from the summer mode and all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This might be what the thing that's going on in your own mind when you make a choice that maybe not necessarily is the best choice for you, but it's okay. You got to find grace. Allowing forgiveness is so incredibly important in this journey. Grace is understanding that setbacks or slower seasons do not mean failure. You beat yourself up because you might be in a season of setbacks, might be in a season of not getting to do all the things, not checking off all the boxes, maybe in a season where I can only get 10 minutes of workout in, maybe I can't get the full 45. Who cares? Celebrate the fact that you're getting the 10 in. It's better than nothing. It's always better than nothing. Grace is truly understanding that slower seasons or setbacks are not failures. They're learning lessons. These are the things that we have to dig deep and we need to learn, right? It's taking a rest day. An example is taking a rest day because your body is run down, not because you're giving up. Some of y'all need to hear that again. I'm going to read that again. An example of giving yourself grace can also mean taking a rest day because your body is run down. Doesn't mean you're giving up. Okay? The biggest difference between the two is grit is pushing you forward when excuses show up. And that's what I mean by grace. Sometimes we give ourselves too much grace. And we keep telling ourselves, oh, I'll get to that tomorrow. Yeah, man, I'm just tired today. Instead of, I need to push freaking through this and find my grit. Because there's nothing that's keeping me from this workout or this walk except for me and my own excuses. This is where the tough love has to come in. From me to you, but also you to you. You have to dig deep. Grace pulls you back when you need to recover from burnout. And grit is where you find that discipline and do it anyway. Grit is discipline. Grace is healing. You got to allow your body to heal. You got to let your mind heal. You got to allow yourself to heal. But together, you can definitely create some balance between the two, right? So let me ask you this. Which one do you need most of right now in your journey? Do you need to find your grit more and actually show up more and do the things that you're supposed to be doing? Or are you in a journey right now, you're like, I need to find more grace. I'm beating myself up all the time. I'm not giving myself credit on the things that I am accomplishing. I'm only focusing on what I'm not getting done. Which one is you right now? Do you need more grace right now? Put grace again. And if you need more grit right now, put grit. We need to stop allowing the excuses to take over. We need to make sure we're showing up anyway. We need to go to bed earlier so we can get up, earlier and actually get the things done that I say that I want to do whenever, before my day takes over, right? Let me see y'all's comments. Good morning, Lisa. Yeah, I love it, Suzanne. I know I used to love the hell out of me some donuts, but I don't like how I feel. Look at you, Suzanne, already had her workout done, plus 3 miles. Perfect. I got my two miles already in, and then I did a 20-minute yoga routine at home, which is a season. I could easily go into a beat myself up season right now, but I'm in a season of allowing my body to heal. Still, my shoulder's feeling a lot better than it was there for a while, but I'm giving myself the grace and finding things that are needed a little bit more than lifting heavy weights right now while I kind of recover. So I want to read a few things to you guys. How in the world am I supposed to find the balance, Angela, between the grit and the grace? I want you to see when grace is needed. I want you to think about, and there's 3 different questions that I'm going to ask you, but I also posted above the video, down below the video, wherever. They're in the video. They're above the video. And I want you to think about them, especially if you're struggling with this topic and you're like, this is what I needed to hear, Angela, because I'm not really sure. I'm not showing up the way I'm supposed to do, but am I supposed to give myself grace, or am I supposed to, or should I be showing up better? Or am I giving myself too many excuses? This could be you having this little talk with yourself, your inner dialogue with yourself, right? Grace is needed when you're sick, okay? When you are generally sick. Some of y'all just overcame or are overcoming things right now, like literally COVID's going around our area again. I'm sure it's going all over the world. I don't know. Or just straight up flu or head colds. Mary Suzanne, who just finished her coaching, she's not in here anymore, but was literally all of her 6 weeks she was sick, literally overcame pneumonia, still showed up the best she could, still had actually really good results, and is still crushing it and showing up by posting and doing her workouts and all the things. Grace is needed though. When you are genuinely sick, you don't need to push through a workout. You don't need to skip sleep. When you're injured, you need to listen to your body. That is feedback in your body telling you, hey girl, slow the heck down. Stop pushing through certain things that are damaging you more than helping you. Grace is needed when you're genuinely sick, when you're navigating a true life crisis. Y'all, there's a couple of y'all, and you know who you are without sharing your business, are walking through some really, really traumatic times right now. Some of it is caregiving for parents. Some of it is your parents are ill, like traumatically, fatally ill, and certain things that you're walking through. We've had women that have lost their parents and showed up the very next day or the same day. I'll never forget the one lady that showed up on the day that her mom passed, and I'm like, are you sure you want to be here today? Yes, because I promised her I would take care of me. And I'll never forget that, because it was so incredibly inspiring for her to show up on that day, right? Not an easy thing. Those are the type of situations that she really needed grace. She found grit in that situation, but we're all uniquely on how we're going to handle stuff like that, right? But when you're navigating a true life crisis, grace is necessary. Or when your body is signaling to you that you need rest. How does this show up? It's usually injuries, sick consistently, constant fatigue no matter what you do. There's a lot of different signs. That could be a whole different video on a different day. But grace is going to help you recharge and prevent you from burnout. This is something I've learned over the years because how many of y'all have ever burned out? Put burnout in the comments. I've burned out so many damn times I think I could write a book. I'm not gonna lie. But I will tell you what I'm better at now than I used to be ever was finding myself grace when I feel the signals that my body is telling me where that burnout is coming. That I've gotten a lot better. I wouldn't say that I'm really good at it, but I'm much better than I once was of seeing the signs, seeing the warning signals, and realizing, whoa, Angela, step back. Step back, breathe, extra prayer, extra sleep, extra meditation, take a day of just watching Netflix, just something. And I will do that. And it's important. That's when grace is needed. All those things, when you feel like burnout is slowly coming, this is when grace is needed. Okay, stop. Burnout will also come in ways of if you're dieting for too long, under eating for too long, overtraining in the gym or wherever you work out, any of those things. Okay, burnout is real. Now grit, okay, let's talk about when is grit needed. Grit is truly needed when you're just not freaking feeling it. There's no reason, there's no crisis going on, you're not sick, you're perfectly healthy, but you're just not feeling it. This happens, y'all. This happens to all of us. And we get really tempted by excuses. Or we're waiting for the motivation just to magically show up. Sometimes we're just like, I'm waiting for that motivation to really show up. Guess what? Secret, it's not going to show up unless you do the work, unless you find the grit, and you show up even when the motivation isn't there. Discipline that you're going to have, which is your grit, is going to help you build the consistency even when it's uncomfortable, and then it's going to be a little bit easier. It's never going to be easy. I hate the word easy. I'm never going to sit here and tell you that this journey of health is easy. It's not easy. Is it worth it? 100%. But I'm telling you, when you find your grit and your discipline and you show up on the days that you don't want to and you build the consistency around it, it will slowly start to become a lifestyle. It will slowly start to become second nature to you. It will slowly get easier. Not easy. It'll get a little easier to show up on the days that you don't want to and get freaking uncomfortable. Get out of your comfort zone. Grace, I don't know if y'all can even hear my son. I don't know what the heck he was just doing right now. Grace, when you find your grace, it's going to help restore your energy. It's going to restore your motivation. It's going to restore a lot of things, right? But excuses will stall all of those. Okay, and again, that's where I mean, like, we need to give ourselves grace in certain scenarios, but sometimes we're giving ourselves grace when we really need to dig deep and find our grit instead. Excuses, we're letting excuses take over. Well, I'm tired, or well, I didn't go to bed early enough. Which, okay, well, why are you not going to bed early enough? Like little things. Let's backtrack and figuring it out, right? Are you scrolling your phone instead of going to sleep? I don't know how many of y'all can probably relate to this. I might have hit a trigger point for some of you guys. You might think I'm talking to you. You might think I'm talking to you specifically, and maybe I am. I don't know. Only you know, because I'm not in your room. I don't know if you're scrolling at night instead of going to sleep. Ask yourself this. Am I giving myself grace in order to heal? Or am I just giving myself grace because, I'm not feeling it. And I just feel like giving myself permission to maybe quit. because that's really what that is. Okay? Grit is what's going to help you keep moving forward. Grit sometimes isn't always easy to find, but this is why community comes into play. When you're just straight up not feeling it, come in here and make a post and say, hey, can somebody talk me into this today because I'm just not feeling it? We'll all pop in. Promise. Come in or go into the chat if that's a better place for you. Whatever you're the most comfortable place to talk it. If you're working with me one-on-one, send me a private message and say, Angela, I'm just not feeling it today. Can you please remind me I need my grit? Or whatever. You say you. There's no right or wrong way to ask for freaking help, okay? There's just not asking for help is not the right way to do it, right? But grit's going to help you move forward. Even on the hard days, even if it's just one small action step like taking a walk, eating a protein-focused meal prepping your food, 10 minutes of movement is progress. 1% each day is better than nothing. And you ladies have to slow down and see when you are seeing that 1% progress and give yourself some freaking credit for it. Goodness gracious, we don't do that. Why? The sweet spot, finding the balance, is use your grace to take care of yourself, but lean on your grit to keep your promises to yourself. Both are required for this journey to work, and both are required to see the long-lasting change, the change that's going to keep you going. And then here's the 3 questions, and I'll wrap it up. I know it's a holiday, so I don't know if y'all can see our little dog back here, Rosie. That's Rosie. Oh, and Dexter's on the chair. I don't know if y'all can see. They rarely make video appearances. Ask yourself these 3 things, okay? You don't have to answer them in the comments or do answer them in the comments, but I would like to encourage you to either journal about these or write them down somewhere or come back in here and make a post. I want to see some of you guys answering this question. It's a self-check, okay? When you're in these moments and it's hard, ask yourself, am I physically sick? Or am I physically unwell? Or am I truly just straight up depleted and burnt out? Or am I just unmotivated? Is there something physically really wrong with me? Am I sick? Am I exhausted? Am I burnt out? Am I depleted? Or am I just unmotivated? So ask yourself that right now in this very moment. If you woke up today and you're like, I know I need to do this workout, but it's a holiday and I would really like to just sit on the couch all day and do nothing or hang out by the pool and eat food. I'd love to get in our pool, but it's kind of chilly. It's cooling off a little earlier this year. I hope that doesn't mean we're going to have a bad winter. So I had 0 hour to get in the pool because to me it's cold. I hate cold. The passion. This is why I live in Texas, right? But ask yourself that. If you are struggling going outside and going for a walk, ask yourself, am I physically unwell? Is there something wrong with me? Or am I just lacking some motivation? If your answer is I'm lacking motivation, I challenge you right now, as soon as I hop up this video, and if you have the time right now to go do it, put your walking shoes on and get your butt outside and go get 15 minutes of a walk in, okay? And then come in here and tell us what you do. Here's the second question you can ask yourself. Will giving myself grace today help me recover? Or is it going to set me back? Okay, so ask yourself this. Will giving myself grace today, letting myself off the hook, not to do the workout, not to track my food, not to go for a walk, if I'm going to give myself permission and grace to not do those things, is it going to help me recover or is it going to set me back? Meaning, to me, here's an example. If you have not been consistently tracking your food or getting your workouts in or going for a walk, unless you are physically ill and you are sick and you are coughing and you're all the things or injured, you don't need grace. You need some freaking grit to tell yourself, I'm going to go do it anyway. Why? Especially if it's a holiday and you're off work and you've got the time. Then find your grit. Why? Because if you don't, you are going to put yourself in a setback. Because there's no excuse today. Like, we have the time to do it, right? Then go at least take 10 minutes outside and go for a walk. Or inside if whatever weather permits for you. Whatever works best for you. I did 2 miles this morning. And we had an extra guest over here sleeping with my daughter. They had a sleepover. And husband wasn't home yet for the fire station. So I didn't go very far from the house. I literally went up my driveway and down the road just kind of towards the end of our fence. We've got kind of a long fence. We got 2.5 acres and it's all fenced in. So I went up because we have a long driveway. And I went down just enough where I could still see the house. and then came back. That I went that boring route back and forth, back and forth, back and forth till I got 2 miles. Just so I could make sure that I was close enough to home. And sometimes I walk in the house and just look at the house, make sure everybody's still asleep. Cool, I'm still gonna walk, keep going. That's how I did it this morning. So I'm telling you, there's a reason, there's a will, there's a way. Because if you take today off completely and don't do anything, and you have the day off of work and you have the time, but you don't make yourself do it, it will set you back. Because then tomorrow when you go back to work, you're gonna have already given yourself an excuse and a reason today to not do it. So then tomorrow's, maybe I won't do it again. And then again. And that's what I mean by setback. You give yourself one day off. Sometimes for some of you, that's going to turn into 2 days. And that's going to turn into 5 days. It's going to turn into a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then 4 weeks down the road, you'll be like, crap, I should have taken advantage of the program I signed up for, but I didn't. Why? Because I didn't find my grit in the moments that I needed to find my grit. Okay? Some of y'all needed to hear that more than others. Some of y'all are showing up daily and y'all are crushing it. Some of you guys needed to hear that more than others. And I hope that got through to your mind today. And then the question number 3 is, if I take one small action toward my health right now, will I feel proud of myself later? And the answer should be yes. Because again, you guys, this is where you find the balance of grace and grit. I challenge you, whatever that thing is, tell me what it is in the comments. Are you going to get off this video and go for a walk outside? Are you going to get off this video and go do some meal prep because you didn't do it this weekend? I did mine yesterday. Yes, it's a holiday. Still did mine. Still going to eat that lunch today too that I meal prepped. We're going to grill some steaks later. Can't wait. I am tracking it, and I'm going to reverse engineer the rest of my day to make sure that it works. But I guarantee if you go put your shoes on right now, as soon as we hop off here, and go outside and go for your walk. If you haven't got your walk in, get your workout. If you haven't got your workout in, do some journaling. Do something for you towards your health. Will you be proud of yourself? The answer should be yes. Because you should be proud of yourself. Even if it's not every freaking box checked off in your app, you still got something done for you. You've got to celebrate, and you've got to learn that, okay? So, if you're struggling finding the grit, let's find some grit today. Keep a promise to you that you said you were going to do and show up for yourself. Okay, so put that in the comments. Put, I promise myself. Don't promise me. I mean, I want you, your promise to you is a promise to me. Okay, it's not for me. It's for you. So if it's on your calendar, go do it. Promise yourself, and then stick to it. Find your grit, ladies. We've got it in there. Grace is necessary in certain moments, but let's all go find our grit today. All right. Love y'all. Have an amazing day. I'm here if y'all need me. It's Monday. It's a new month. It's a new week. It's a new day. It's everything about today is a fresh start, no matter where you are at in your journey. So yeah, let's have a good one. Love y'all. Bye.